Hello, Captain Peter Hall. Welcome to Mauritius.
Thank you.
So please tell me, who is Captain Peter Hall?
It's a great pleasure to be here in Mauritius. It's my first time, and what I've seen of it is tremendous country. I was formerly a master mariner, 20 years at sea on tankers and container ships, and then I moved into the port industry where I became harbour master, port captain, and then I moved on to be chief executive of a major international port, and then latterly I'm now chief executive of the International Bunker Industry Association. We've got 700 organisations and members who make up the association. They form from the wellhead to the engine, so it's oil producers right away through the whole marine fuel supply chain to the users on board, the ship's crew and the engines. Essentially, what do? We get involved in business development, business support. Our key principles are to educate and communicate, and so we're involved with governments, companies, to develop and to provide a mechanism for best practice. That's who we are.
And what brings you to Mauritius right this moment? Why now? Why here?
Well, I suppose Mauritius has been on my radar for probably 18 months or so in terms of a great opportunity in terms of location. Mauritius is strategically placed right at the point of the main shipping routes between South America and the Far East, Africa and the Middle East. It's at a great position. At the same time, the government of Mauritius want to develop their economy, and there's no better way than developing the marine economy because it adds so much value to the country, to the population, to overall development.
As you just said, the government of Mauritius is looking to develop the economy, restructure the port. What can it bring to Mauritius?
Marine fuel development within the Mauritius context is that it develops in all sorts of different directions. You've got to think beyond a vessel just stopping for fuel. It's the added value that comes with that. For instance, when a vessel stops for fuel, they want to maximise their time. They want to make use of the facilities that country can offer, an international airport, hotels, so that they can effect crew changes. That develops the industry from a different perspective, the hospitality industry. At the same time, you've got marine services that can be developed. There's spare parts, there's stores that need to be taken out to the ship. Again, there's added value. There's a multiplier in the economy that for every dollar that brought in through revenue of the actual fuel that's used, you can times that by 10 in terms of the added value that comes into that. And that's not to mention the development opportunities for careers. You know, Mauritius, it's bounded by the sea. A marine career is an opportunity. You're building in sustainable structures so that if we can get young people to develop in terms of a marine career, there's all sorts of opportunities that they can go into in terms of it can sustain the port, they can sustain the marine legal system, they can support in terms of survey, they can go into port state control and establish effective marine management. There is just so much opportunity here that presents itself in the island.
You've been here just a couple of days now, but what have you seen of Mauritius and how do you see it taking shape?
Do you know the one great quality that I've seen in Mauritius, and that is the people. They're a can-do people. They want to listen, they want to learn, they want to engage, but most important, they want to develop this country. And you know, with that type of passion, that type of enthusiasm, then everything is possible.
Coming into Mauritius, bringing in bunkering, bringing in economic growth, that's going to be one of the buzzwords going into the marine industry now. So in your opinion, what's next?
What's next, I think, is to learn from other people. That's the key bit in terms of how IBIA as an association can help. Every country's different, the geography is different, the environmental conditions are different, and so therefore there's no one size fits all. You've got to adapt, but we've got the templates from which the industry can grow. We've also got the partnerships that have already exist with the 700 organisations and members that form part of the association. There is some very practiced operators within that sphere that again we have relationships with, we can introduce, we can help develop.
While you are here, you're actually working on some courses, you're running some workshops.
Yes.
With the Mauritian private and public sector. How has that been accepted?
It's been phenomenal. I'll tell you, Mauritius has already passed in terms of record-breaking performance. We had 53 students today about the basic bunkering course, learning the various components of marine fuel operation. That has exceeded any of our training courses that we've had around the world. So Mauritius is leading the way in terms of response. So that's really great. Yeah. And tomorrow we've got a forum about putting in place infrastructure, quality systems, regulations, standards, and that's the supporting structure for the growth of marine fueling. And then we open out on Wednesday and Thursday to be able to offer the opportunity of bringing in expertise from across the world, so that there's an open forum of, we call it World Cafe, where people can come and talk and relax and put forward their questions they have to people who've been through typical operations, experienced some of the challenges, and get some first-hand information. It's all about networking. This cannot have been possible without the support of the sponsors, and without Celero we would not have been possible at all. They're our partners. Partnership is the only way to go forward. We need that partnership to continue into the future.
This is like a stepping stone.
Yes.
Into restructuring, modernization, innovation, job creation.
Yes.
And safety in the port.
Yes.
I think we've got the whole package here.
I would hope so.
Thank you very much, and I'm sure that Celero and all the stakeholders involved will make sure that Captain Peter Hall is back very soon.
Thank you.